we are going to build the Tower of Babel. Well, kind of like cooperatively, but it is a competitive game of Rise of Babel.
Yes, in this game we're going to be, it's a competitive tile placement type of game. It's got a deck building engine, it's got a pool building engine, all the good stuff.
Yes, this game is by Bedouin Games and it plays 1 to 4 players. And in this video we are going to do a few rounds playthrough of the game just to give you some ideas how the game works and explaining as we go how it works. But first we're going to give you a quick overview of the game. And hello, I'm Stella.
And I'm Tarrant.
And let's get to it, Tarrant.
Yes, so Rise of Babel is set in Genesis 11, the confusion of tongues. And if we come down onto the board, what we're going to be doing, we each have this little player board here. It has a big upgrade section, and then it has some resources. We've got a bag of resources here. Each of us has our own bag of resources. And we want to be getting the resources from our bag to our player board to the towers on the main board. And there are various cards in our hands and cards that we can buy with gold, which are going to allow us to do that. We can bring them into our camps and transport them there by elephant, or there'll be cards that will let us put it there directly. Now, it is set in that Tower of Babel story, and in that story, all the people of the world were coming together and they were building up this tall city and this tall tower. But then once they were done, the confusion was seeded and they were scattered around the world and started talking different languages. And that's how the languages came into being, according to Genesis 11.
Apa maksudnya?
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, I confused with my language. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of representing that we're working together, but we're kind of apart because we want to place our own resources in these sorts of patterns, and that's how we're going to score primarily. So if I place bricks in vertical columns on these towers, I'm going to score points for those. I want wood to be horizontal. I want stones to be diagonal. And so I'm going to be trying to place to make these patterns. You're going to be trying to place to stop me making those patterns and to make those patterns yourself. Mm-hmm. With that, I think let's get into it. We'll start to see the actions as we play these cards and as we do the deck building of the game. So, first player.
You go first.
Yes, that was very tense.
Very.
So I've got my identical deck of 10 starter cards. So let's go straight into it. I will play elephants. Now you'll see there's 2 banners on this card. Anytime you play a card with banners, you can choose one of the banners that's on it and resolve the actions. So with this, I'm going to take this action here. It lets me move a resource from my stalls to my camp. And this is one way I can get things towards the tower. So I'm going to move this stone to my camp. And I always immediately replenish my stalls from my bag.
Not a big variety of goodies you have there, Tarrant. Boring there? No.
Well, that's true. We've got 4 resources in the game: wood, tar, stone, and bricks. Mm-hmm. But yes, I've got a lot of bricks and stone going on.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I've got a similar thing.
Indeed. All right, then I'll do voyage. I'll take the top part of that. We're going to start moving this towards the tower. So the elephant's going to load up with that stone and move 1 space from that. Then with what's left, I'm going to do overhaul and 2 wealth cards. I'm going to use the gold that's on them. So I have 3 gold to spend on my actions. And now I can purchase from the market up here. So we've got 2 generic cards, jobs and teamsters. They're the reserve cards. There's always a deck of them available. And then we've got the general market. And I'm going to take bribing. This gives me a way of getting some immediate points or just getting extra movement on my elephants. So I like the idea of that. That gets refilled.
And
from
that
the deck.
card at the end of the game will score you 1 point as well.
Yes, it's another way of getting points is getting cards that simply give you points. Mm. All right, so that goes in my discard pile, which I'm going to have off the screen, just so we can get in nice and tight here. My turn's over. I'm going to discard these as well and redraw to 5 cards. It's your go.
I go. So same with Tarrant, I have 5 cards. My first card is Upgrade. I like the sounds of Upgrade. So it's a bit of an engine building here as well. This is the stall icon. Move it one of this from the stall to, this is the warehouse icon, just this one. And then upgrade that item, which is that one, to the right. So what happened in here? It is this item. I move this to the right. Again, this straight away into the warehouse.
Yes, that is a dual resource warehouse. That's the first thing you get each time you upgrade one of the items.
Yes, so it's under here. It's also worth points.
Yep, and that's quite flexible on the tower, so it's good to get those out.
Then as Tarrant before, I get to refill straight away. With the rest of cards, so I'm not going to do the top one. So all I'm going to do this turn is the money. So I have more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can spend. And I will get handmade, which worth 3. And I will get jobs worth 2. So I can buy more than one if I can afford it. And they all go to discard pile, which I'll put aside. And draw back to 5 and the market refresh.
Very good. I will also now upgrade, and I'm going to upgrade my stone. So I'm going to put the stone there, advance this one across and unlock a dual resource. Replenish my stalls. And I'm going to fast track that dual resource to the tower. So one way to get things to the tower, fast track is just warehouse to tower. So I'm going to place this straight onto the tower. I can go the main tower or one of the 4 side ones. I'm going to go here onto the main one. And because I cover up a matching resource, bricks here, I get 1 influence point. Hurrah, I am winning.
Well done.
Then I have loading. That lets me take from my stalls to my camp. And with what's left, I've got 3 gold, and I'll use that to take this 3 gold market card. So there we go, I'm done. My deck is empty, so I shuffle my discard pile back into a new deck to draw 5 new cards.
Just typical deck building style.
Indeed.
First card is Overhaul. So this is a 1 use only indicated here. So this lets me to do this action, but first, so out of these 2, I'm going to do this top rather than the bottom 1 goal, right? So this one's again the stall symbol, so I'm going to move something from the stall to the warehouse. I'm going to do the same one here. And then upgrade that same thing. So which is that again, it's going to move this here. Now I have 2 options, 2 different upgrades. One of them is one of these.
Yep, these are called the specialty tiles. They give you more points when you deliver that type of resource to the tower.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to choose that one. I'm going to choose the other one, which adding the card to my elephant.
Yes, so you now have an elephant which can carry 2 resources instead of 1.
Yeah, more efficient elephant is a happy elephant.
With a happy mahout.
What? Mahout? Is that what it's called?
It was in the crossword I finished the other day.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to refill as always. Same again. These are blue. And I will trash this away from the game.
Yes, so that overhaul card, it either gives you 1 gold that you can use early on, or it lets you get that once-off extra upgrade.
I can't wait for just like that extra upgrade because it's a good one. Because the next 2 cards I'm going to play, Elephants and Loading, I'm going to use this one and that one, basically putting 2 items from my stalls to the elephant. So it gets replaced, or my stalls get replenished like each time. So technically you play 1 card at a time. I'm going to put these 2 to the camp. Now what happens when that happens, I can just put it there, whatever, I can reshuffle it later when if I have another resource in the camp. Refilling to the stalls. And the next one is Fast Track, which I will use the top one, which gets me 1 tile from here straight to the tower. I love Fast Track. I'll put this one here. So I'm matching one of the resources here, so I get 1 point. The last one is 1 gold, which I can't buy anything from the market. I could, if I want to, refresh this, but I'm not going to do it at this point. So that's my turn, and I will do what you do. Shuffle all my cards and then draw 5, and you can go in the meantime.
Okay. I've got my second upgrade. I'm not going to upgrade the same thing. I want to get a lot of my dual resources out quickly. So I'm going to move the bricks up to my warehouse to advance the bricks, and then I get another dual resource out, which I can then fast track straight up to the tower. Now I want to leave a bit of space to play with these up here, so I'm going to put it onto one of the minor towers. I do make a match, so I get a couple of points. And now with what's left, so I've got wealth and overhaul. I'm going to take the 2 gold for that. And then I'm going to use them to resolve the top effect on my bribing card, which is to spend 2 gold to get 2 points. So I just want to get a lot of points early on, particularly, as we'll see, I want control over confusion.
Oh, nice.
And that can be a way for me to benefit at the end of the round, but we'll see that soon. So that's my turn.
Bribing Tarrant. Who would have thought?
It's just a grease the wheels.
Okay.
Little payment.
First card, I'm playing Jobs. This is the one that I purchased from the market. This lets me, this is one use only, so I'll go back there at the end. And this lets me draw 1 card from my deck, and it also has 1 gold worth, right?
Yes.
So, just counting the golds, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 gold total. And upgrade is next. I will upgrade the blue one again, and it lets me move this one, which gets me 1 card and 2 elephant movement. Now it's ready to go, it's loaded up, so 1, 2.
Yes, that one's an immediate once-off bonus there.
Once-off bonus, immediate. Replacing the stall. Now you can do these things in any order, so I'm gonna purchase something from the market right now before finishing my turn. On my board there are 3 items on my warehouse which I can put aside. It'll go back to my bag at the end of this intermediate round, and I can get 1 money. So with this one I have a total of 6 money, which I'm gonna get Contractor. Now Contractor is really good, obviously, because it cost 6. It's got 3 points at the end of the game, but during the game you can either get 2 golds or getting 1 item from your stall directly to the tower and 1 gold.
That's a great one to get early.
Yeah. So that's on the discard pile now. And now the elephant card is next, which I'm going to use it to move my elephant. Ta-da! Hello, tower.
Yes, so now you can make a delivery.
Yes, so I'm going to put this one here. Now, woods cause horizontal to each other. So this is Tarrant's tile. If I put wood here, this will block Tarrant from achieving 3 points, while I got nothing.
That's true.
If I put it here, it'll give me 1 point because it matches, and it potentially give me another one here. So what I'll do, I'm going to put it here. It'll give me 1 point. And I'm going to put it here to block Tarrant. So this is, there's no matching one, but this means that I can move from stall to the 10. That's the bonus, which I will. Because alternatively here, I can put this one here, and then that creates a scoring for me. So either way, just different way for scoring. Just kind of gonna have to pick one, I guess.
Yes. Makes me really want to block this one off. Otherwise you could stone score in 2 diagonals.
That's true. All right. For my placement bonus, I'm going to just put this one, the stone here. Ta-da. So the elephant back to the tent now. And I refill as usual. I have 1 more card, which is loading. I'm going to just put the wood into here. And that's my turn. And this goes back to the market. And it's your turn.
Very good. That was a very big chain of things there in your
Could
turn.
happen,
And you're going to see it's an important part of the game because you can get so blocked up here that getting chains and locking down points is a big part of how you maximize your game.
Correct.
My go. So what I'm going to do here, I will play Voyage, move my elephant 1 space.
Nice elephant's butt there, Tara.
And I'll use elephants to move another one. So I'm going to make a delivery. I'm going to deliver the stone up here.
Okay.
That's going to give me a little diagonal, which is going to help me score at the end of the round. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the wild tiles. I'm going to try to lock down some points for that. So I'll play riches for 2 gold, and I'll use that 2 gold to pay for this market action. And the market action is going to let me take a wild from the board and put it straight on the tower. And I'm going to take wild tar and squeeze it up into this spot here. So this could count as any player's color. I've locked it up so only I can score it. So that's going to be good for me. And because I placed on top of this, I will get a placement bonus. I'm going to move some wood down into here. And then my last card is 1 gold. So all I could do with it is sweep out my stalls, but I quite like my stalls at the moment, so that's my turn.
I think this turn is going to work well for me. So you can see, as Tarrant mentioned earlier, that could be combo that you can do that will be quite good. First, I'm going to play the upgrade card, which lets me, I want to upgrade the wood this time. So I'll put the wood there from stall to warehouse, and this goes there, replacing the stall. Then I play the fast track, which lets me move from my warehouse directly to my tower. I'm going to pick the top one. This is going to be perfect for me.
That's a very powerful placement. So you've just created 2 diagonals with stone and a horizontal with wood.
Next one is handmade. This is one of the market cards, and I'll pick the top one. So I'll move a resource from my warehouse into the tower directly. That'll be the wood. That is going to worth 6 points for the wood. And now I'm playing the contractor. So moving from the stall to tower.
Ouch.
Sorry, that is yeah, I'm gonna try to make this work in this middle. Like it's replacing the stall.
You absolutely have. You also get 1 gold for that contractor.
Yes, that's true. So I have 1 gold here, and this one just gives me another gold. So I can buy something worth 2, which I'm going to get Teamstead this time. And that's my turn.
Oh, and I'll just point out, we've made a setup error here. There's only meant to be as many towers here as there are players. So let's get rid of those 2 there.
Yeah, I know that.
Right, you've locked down a lot of points on the tower here. I really need to get some of my own and really try to mitigate this. So I'm going to play Riches and Voyage to get 3 gold, and then I'm going to play Purchase to put another wild tile down. So this one is going to cost me 3. I'm going to take Tar again and put that here because that gives me a nice little cluster of scoring. It also fills up this tower, so I get 1 point for being the one who fills the tower, and I've now entered a confusion space. So that's going to let me place 1 confusion marker down on anywhere that I want. And confusion is going to cause you to lose points for having adjacent tiles. This is a good spot for confusion for me. Confusion also matches everything underneath it. So I get a point for matching with confusion, and I've at least robbed you of 2 points there.
Nice. Yeah, because I'll get -2. And if you can put it there, you didn't give you 1 point, but you probably don't see me to have any tar available anyway. So it's probably hard for me to put it here. I mean, like, if you put it here, I can still probably try to get 1 point here.
Yeah.
But if I have tar available, I can probably match this one, but we'll see.
You can try. You can try. All right, I've got an upgrade. I will, on this occasion, I'm going to start getting I'm going to get a specialization. So I'm going to upgrade my bricks. That's going to allow me to take 1 of these. I've got a few woods going on, so I'm going to specialize on wood. Now when I make a wood delivery by elephant, I'm going to get an extra point. And then, after replacing, my last card is loading, and I will load some wood, naturally.
Naturally.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your turn. And I will discard these.
I will first load my elephant with this one. move my elephants, but first I'm just going to rejiggle this. I'm going to put the 2 woods there. So move this elephant here. And then move it again 1 step. Look, a tile in my stone now. But I can't do anything. With the last 2, I have 3. I'm just going to buy the teamster. Not as powerful turn as last turn, but that's okay. I can't have just all the powerful one every time.
Hopefully not. All right, I can see what you're trying to do. You want to get wood over there. I've got a couple ways I can stop that. So I'm going to do wealth and market, which will let me take something from here and just block this up. I'm going to put this here. Because I'm the one that fills this tower, I get an extra point. I will play elephants to start walking some wood along the path. And with fast track, I'm going to set some bricks to this spot that you want. Very simple turn there.
Boo!
Your turn.
I'll do upgrade. We'll upgrade this resource. So it is to the max now. Means that I get to put this one here. So whenever my elephant enters this area, it'll get another movement. Well, it's already there, so it's not doing anything at the moment.
Yeah, it's actually it's a flipping tile. Yes. So the first time you get there, you get an extra movement, and then it flips over, and the second time you get an extra load. So it's good. Sort of, it's half and half.
Yeah. Right, filling up the store with tar. Next one is loading. I'm just gonna load tar to my camp. Refilling it again with another tar. Then the rest of the card I'm just gonna take for money. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take wise. This is interesting because you get to pick a resource from your bag randomly and then put it straight into the tower, and this we've seen before. So wise it is.
It also gives you a double elephant movement, which is
that's right.
Very efficient indeed.
Ooh, look, trades craft.
Yes, this is a lucky dip card. You pick something from your bag and get whatever is shown. I need to get my cart upgrade happening, so I'm going to use my overhaul, remove that from the game, to move stone up to here. That will give me my first cart upgrade. Then I'm worried I'm using these purchasey cards a little too much, but we'll see how I go. I'm going to spend 2 gold to use market, and I'm going to put down this one.
Ooh.
I know you can't score off it because it scores in columns.
I know.
And then what's left, bribing, just gives me an elephant walk.
So there's no point for me to move these wood there because it's not going to score.
It's not no point. You'll get 1 point for filling the tower.
That's right. First card is Teamster. I'm going to use the second effect to draw a card and put a resource from the stall to the tent. And this is 1 use only, so I'm just going to discard it because nothing else is pending in here.
Yep.
Next is Contractor. I'm going to put this one here straight away from a stall to the tower, with the bonus of moving something from the stall to the camp, but I'm going to refill this first. I'll move this one here, and I have 1 gold to spend. Refill with tar, and fast track will let me move. I use the top one, move from a warehouse to the tower, at least I have point here.
Yeah, so a point for filling it.
Yep.
And your turn pauses immediately there.
Yes.
You can pick up your turn and keep going after we do intermediate scoring. But right now, we will do intermediate scoring.
Yay.
And we'll end the video after that.
Yeah.
So we go through each of the 5 types of scoring. So bricks are going to score for vertical lines. 3 for a line of 2, 6 for a line of 3, 10 or 14. So we each have 1 vertical line here. This is all in your colors, and this is 1 and a wild. So we each get 3 points for that. And we don't add any confusion during intermediate scoring. For wood, you've got a row of 3 wood there. So that's 6 points. Very powerful placements there. The stones are going to score for diagonals. So I have a single diagonal here for 3 points. 1, 2, 3. you have 4 diagonals of 2 that you've managed to set up. So that's a total of 12 points. That's a huge score in the first round. Tar will score for adjacent pairs, even overlapping adjacent pairs. You only have the 1 tar plus the 2 wilds on the board. I've got a pair there and a pair there. So that's going to be 4 points for me for tar.
And 0 for me.
0 for you. And then each of your tiles that is adjacent, or each of anyone's tiles that is adjacent to a confusion, loses 1 point. So you have 2 adjacent to this confusion, you lose 2 points. And there we go, that is scoring. After all that, you've gone to 22 and I'm on 17. Then we would take back all of the tiles from the board. So everything we've got goes into our bags.
Yep, our own tiles, that is.
Yep. The wilds will go back into the supply.
Including the one I discarded for 3 coins from the warehouse. Go back here.
Confusions go back into here. And of course, the engines are building up, so we can now start to build bigger tower layers. These towers also get replaced with the next ones from the deck. And there we have it. You would then go. You would then continue on with your turn in round 2. But I think we will end the game there.
Yes. So I would obviously have this elephant one, which is perfect setup. I would move it there, and then I would put it here. For example, I'm just going to quickly show because it was like it's very satisfying to continue.
I'm not giving you the points because we've finished the play.
No, 1.
Not a point for that.
And so on.
Yes, so so the game continues playing like that. We play over 3 rounds. So the 3rd round uses this larger tower piece again. Of course, once we've really built up our engines, you can start getting pretty big combos and start getting into these pretty big sets of points. Once the game's over, we would add the end of game points, which we showed you in the orange icon, and then whoever had the most points would be the winner.
That is Rise of Babel. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you want to see a full tutorial of Rise of Babel, we also have the how to play video on the Dice Tower. So I'll link it down below as well. Leave a comment if you have any questions and other things, and hopefully you have a great day. See you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.